Well, if you let me finish, then maybe we can deal with this. Both
I'm
of you
saying like
cooperate.
everybody.
Really? Okay. You go ahead and talk. Let's see what you have to say. Relate to what?
Your Honor, you get upset with me, and then you're getting like very angry with me. I'm asking this.
I'm not
You
getting
have
angry. I'm confused as hell.
Time he hasn't been consistent and just not sure if he feels like
Yeah,
you know
what's
other
going on, Mr. Walker? Why are you not being consistent?
That's actually false. I got the kids right now. I had them since Friday. I get them every time that we're supposed to be switching. Unfortunately, if she loses her attitude, she decides when I can't have the kids. And even during the mediation, you can hear how she was talking to me about how they're her kids and I
Where are
only
you
get the responsibility.
where are you mediating?
Oh, wherever she decides. This is like I said,
Okay, that's not
wherever she.
mediation. I'm thinking it's a formal mediation.
yeah we
Do
had
you have
the
four?
we had the mediation agreement for the
Okay.
weekly agreement for the children.
Okay.
And then he was consistent, and then a couple weeks ago he did not get them twice on his times of the week, but
I
All
he
did
did
not.
right.
pick them
I
up
got them.
last.
I got
All
them.
right.
I got them every time.
Well, it's
It's
only
like I said, when
hold
she catches
it.
the attitude.
Hold it. All right, guys. This has only been a couple of times. Sometimes screw ups happen around the holidays, especially. What I'm going to ask is that both of you keep calendars. And ma'am,
Mhm.
if this continues, then refile this motion.
It's not
I
So,
even
do
that.
have.
It's not even. It's not a continue or nothing. Like I just explained, it's when she loses her cool. I cannot get the kids,
are
or
you
I can't get the
listening to me
kids.
at all? I
Yeah, I'm
said
listening, but I'm.
keep calendars, and that way we know when it's happening and when it's not happening and when it's in compliance with the agreement. I'm giving the instructions that at this point in time, I don't want to change anything. Everything's so new. You guys are just settling into this. What
Yeah,
I'm
and I
asking
No,
have
you
but
is
what I'm
it's for the
saying is I'm
benefit of
speaking
the
upon.
children to have the consistency.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm speaking upon my situation. I'm being brought here, so I need to be letting him know what's going on. Like I can't keep going and going and doing and doing, and she still be able to do what she wants to. Like this is the whole problem why I'm
Well,
in this situation now.
do you have the parenting time in writing?
Yes, the
It's
judge
in the
signed it and
mediation agreement.
everything. Yes,
If it is
yes.
in the mediation agreement, because I don't believe the court has a copy of your mediation agreement. It's not in the court
I don't
file.
know what's going on. I was just trying to explain
So,
when I get
and
the kids,
I'm trying to
she the up
explain
to
to you.
decide she wants me to get them or when she don't want me to get them. If she's cool, I can get
No,
them, and if she's not cool, I can't get them.
well, if you let me finish, then maybe we can deal with this. Both
I'm
of you
saying like
cooperate.
everybody.
Really? Okay. You go ahead and talk. Let's see what you have to say. Okay, my turn. All right. Follow the mediation agreement. The court does not have a copy of it. If you have an agreement in writing saying specific times and days, follow it. All right. Keep notes on when it's not being followed from either end. And if it continues to be a problem, the court will have reopen and have parenting time re-looked at. But for now, I'm just giving the instruction that, yeah, every once in a while, especially around the holidays, screw ups happen and people miss or don't do it, or something happens, especially with overtime happening around the holidays and somebody can't make a pickup or a drop off point. Stay in communication, follow that mediation order, and then keep notes. And if it continues to be a problem, then the court will reopen it and send it to the front of the court for an official parenting time. But for now, you just got this all entered and all done. Follow it as best as you can. And
It,
remember, I don't want to have kids sitting in a front room window waiting for someone to pick them up.
like
That's the last thing I
you
want to be
reckon?
hearing about.
Once it like I was saying, I was trying to explain what's going on.
Well,
Like
there's
you
no
like
need
I
for
understand you giving me options on how that works.
I'm giving you both instructions
I
to follow the
understand that.
order.
Like I understand that, but I once again I am following the order. Like I just explained. I get the kids when she decides it's cool or when
I'm
it's
not
not
saying
cool.
you are or aren't. I'm saying that there might be some hiccups here.
But the hiccup is what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, I'm not trying
All
to
right,
keep
there's no
cutting
need
you
for
up,
an
and I don't.
explanation. My explanation in order is follow the mediation agreement. Have a good
Judge,
morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Judge, I do have documentation on the times and the days of
Well,
when he has missed
next
time.
time I want you to next time you file a motion, you're going to have to wait about 2 or 3 months because there needs to be a good time limit of saying, let's settle this in. You need to attach the mediation agreement since there is no copy of it in the court, and you need to
Well,
show
the
what dates he should have had and should not have had. And sir, you can do the same and show that she didn't give you the kids on those days.
No,
well,
I'm
we had the
saying,
mediation through friend of the court, so we assumed that it was going to be through the court system as well because that's where we
I don't have
did.
a copy of any orders. When was it signed?
Oh, okay. We did this about 2, 3 months ago. It's been
Okay.
a while
Yeah,
since we did.
it never made it to the court file. The only thing in the court file is the orders from the prosecutor.
So do we have to rewrite something again in order
No,
for this?
no. You have it. It just may not have. Sometimes there'll be a typo on the order and it gets put in the wrong court file. They do check for misfiles every once in a while. We do handle a few thousand of those. We get about 14 to 15,000 new family law cases every year.
Okay, so when this
So
happens again, what's
when it
going to be
happens
the next step?
when it happens again, if it happens 2 or 3 times, I'm saying, every once in a while is might be a glitch, but each of you have the right to keep records. Each of you have the right to then show the court this is when it's happening. He was supposed to have them on Tuesday, he didn't have them. I was supposed to have them on, and from your viewpoint, Mr. Walker, I was supposed to have them on Wednesday and she refused to give them to me. Those are the notes you need to take and keep. All right. And
I
then
do
next
have
time
those
attach,
documentation.
and then you can attach them again. But again, this is all so new. Just
yeah,
what I'm
that's the whole problem. Like, that's
Okay.
why we
the
had the
court
problem that we
the
had
court
now.
generally just starts this at this point with an admonition saying, look, follow the order. It's brand new. You're going to have to get used to it. Okay. And
Okay.
then if it continues and I find out the kids are sitting in a front room window crying because the other party's not here, that's when I start reassessing things.
That's not even the problem. Like, we meet up to bring the kids, and she actually
Okay.
hasn't even been in contact with me. She just steady dropping them off to my
All
cousin
right.
house that has nothing to do with the mediation. Like
All
I
right.
said, it's always a problem if she has a problem or if she does have a problem. Like I said, she
Well,
feels like she feel
problems.
like it.
What I'm telling you, Mr.
Excuse me.
Walker,
Wait.
what I'm telling you, Mr. Walker, is she can't have a problem. She has to comply with the order. If the order
But
says
she
six
do
o'clock on
though.
a
This is
Tuesday,
the thing about it. She
well, and I'm
came to my
telling you, that's
door.
when you keep notes.
What is the notes doing when she steady doing? Like I said, I explained this to the mediation when we first did it. She tell me this it is opportunity. She allows me to take care of my kids. She feels like they are her kids, like they are not our kids. She
They
tells
are
me
both
that.
they are both of your children. You both
Are
are
you sure?
supposed to comply.
Because that's not what she says, and that's not how she moves.
You sound like you need to go to therapy.
Yeah, I'm done with you guys. Good luck, and we'll see what happens in
Thank
the
you, Judge.
future.
Yeah,
And
thank you, Judge.
again, this time with an explanation. Next time it may come with consequences. But I need more. I need dates and times. All
Okay,
right?
I do have them, and I will keep making
Keep making
documentation.
documentation. All right? Good
Okay,
luck.
thank you.
That's the one thing I'm missing.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't know
Yeah,
that I
well,
needed
and
to
again,
put that in.
the order is so new. We don't typically change orders for at least 6 months to a year
Okay, because
because
it's just
we want them to actually settle in and see if they fit.
and I agree, and that's my issue too, is that I've been keeping the documentation. I've been giving him his time when he says so, and then he turns around and he acts like this and he does stuff like this all the
Well, and
time,
that's
and then
why I
it's
said
my fault. So
just keep good notes.
okay. And then
All righty.
how do I turn those in with the court next time?
Next time you attach them all to the motion
Okay, I
along with the
wasn't
media
aware of that. I went down to
and
legal
now I
aid and they helped me.
and now I'm saying attach a copy of the mediation agreement too because the court file doesn't have it.
Okay, sounds good.
I didn't even know there was one until you guys mentioned it.
Yeah, I
So,
went down to legal aid and I did ask them for help, and this is what they told me to do.
well, they can't give you legal advice. They could just tell you, here's your motion. You can file the motion. They
Yeah.
sometimes can't tell you what to put in it because
Well,
that's legal
yeah,
advice.
maybe I misunderstood the process or something.
That happens a lot. Sometimes people put in too much that's not relevant, and sometimes they don't put in anything that I need. So
Okay.
that's what happens when you're acting as your own attorney. Sometimes you don't know what's pertinent to the court.
Okay.
All right.
Thank,
Take care
thank
of
you.
yourself. Good luck.
You as well.
Have a happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Take
Thank
care.
you. You too.
All righty.
All right.
Like I said, thought these were going to go off the rail.
Yeah.
Just something about this morning. Just
Something about it this week.
Yeah, I just knew.
Okay.
Mr. Wise, can you hear me?
You hear me?
Yeah, Miss Welch, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Welch, I was given information that the child is off school today.
Yes, she's feeling a little sick.
She is not in that room anywhere with you?
No.
Okay, could you give me kind of a turnaround around the room just to make sure? Sorry.
It's,
I just want
it's
to
my
make sure.
2-year-old. How do I turn it around?
Oh, no, you don't have to turn it around. Just spin.
Oh,
Do a 360 yourself.
okay. Can you
That way I
see?
can, yeah, I just want to make sure that you're in the room alone. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Yep.
All righty. Okay, we are in the matter of Welch versus Wise, case number 08-05088DS. Yes, the court ordered counseling. We have to make this happen, folks. This is, Miss Welch, this is your daughter's ability to talk with her father, to give her concerns, and to have a mediator basically in the room to review those concerns. Are they real? Are they not real? How can we overcome them? That's why this counseling is necessary. Okay. Now, the problem is it could be reserved, and he can file a motion to have reimbursement for any missed appointments if they were missed for no good reason. All right. Because he shouldn't be incurring counseling costs if the child is available to be there and they get canceled. So basically, this case comes with that instruction. Make this happen. Because we're going
I
to be
was
meeting
there.
again. Well, I saw that you were there the one time, and it looked like the place was closed. What date was that? And was that one of the dates that
That was the
counseling was
first.
set?
That was the very first counseling session date.
Okay, that was the very first one.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get out of the sun.
Yeah, look at this.
I don't know where to go. Okay, here we go.
I keep moving my dining room table back because that's what's happening.
Yeah, the sunlight.
Yeah. So
So,
I got the fact that you were there. The door was propped open. You guys didn't go in?
you know what she said to me in the car?
What?
She said, "Mom, when you drop me off and you leave, he's gonna snatch me in that car and he's gonna take me."
No.
No one else was in the building. No,
Yeah.
like no counselor was there. Like,
Well, what happened on that date, Mr. Wise?
I pulled in the driveway of the neutral place of location. So I didn't want it at my house. I wanted it at a neutral location for comfort. I pull up, mom's already there. I have my other two kids, two at which I picked up from the other mom as well, as far as for my parenting time. So I have my two minor kids, and then I have my two minor kids outside of the of
Right.
of the of the meeting that which me and my daughter was having our meeting. I propped the door open for mom. This is after mom engaged into a back and forth
Yeah.
with the kids.
Well, would she feel more comfortable if you waited around for her, Miss Welch? Or do you have that ability or not?
I would have felt more comfortable with more information. He wouldn't give me
Okay.
any information.
Well,
if it
you
was,
have the right to also meet the counselor.
yeah, there was no counselor there. No
Yeah,
one showed up. That's why I was asking if it was Zoom.
Well,
then-
my problem is you're not the only case where I've got teenagers running the show this morning. I got a ton of them. But this needs to happen somehow. We need to get it going. We need to get it moving because we have a child here, Mr. Wise, that has great trepidation in being around you for whatever reason. That's why I ordered the counseling. She's a teenager. You're not going to get a lot of reason from a teenager sometimes. You're going to get what they feel.
Your
And
Honor,
that's
my thing was if it was a Zoom, if you want her to feel comfortable, if it was a Zoom meeting, give her the Zoom address. Let her do Zoom,
Well,
you got to make her feel comfortable. You can't
at
just throw it on her
well,
like
at
that.
this point, the counselor controls that. The counselor can control whether it's by Zoom or in person. And some counselors are going to want it to be in person because they want to see the body reactions. They want to see the interaction.
And that's
And a
what I
counsel
thought we were going to do.
and a counselor is going to keep them safe. If the
Mhm.
counselor feels that there's any problems, she'll stop the counseling session.
And she would have felt more comfortable if it was a counselor there. There was no counselor there. It's
Well,
dark, it's nighttime.
again, go in, make sure the counselor's there. If the counselor's there, then the child needs to attend the counseling session. The order stands. We still need counseling. We just
Okay,
need
so-
it to happen.
The counseling sessions that were had, there were two separate counselors. One counselor was scheduled for my daughter only, without the parents. Another one was scheduled with the initial one was the family counseling. There was an actual counseling session that was had, which I did the intake or whatever the case or whatever. This counselor was sought out of the east side of the state.
All right, and so is that going to be done by Zoom since it's on the east side of the state?
Because we don't know.
Yes.
Okay, so that one's by Zoom. And is
I
that
didn't get
is that
any
the daughter's
information.
counselor or is that the counselor for the two of you?
No, my daughter's counseling is in person. That's in
Okay.
person.
And that should be at that counselor's office, not at your office.
Yeah, exactly. It's at that counselor's office, not my office. The family
Right.
counseling sessions are at my actual employment. That's the neutral sessions, that one.
Well,
so she
and
had
that, yeah.
sessions.
I didn't get any information. I don't know anything about
So wait. You said her counselor is here.
Yes,
So that her counselor,
individual-
she will meet at her counselor's office.
Yes,
You said the family counselor is by Zoom. Why the heck are we having to meet? Why are you meeting at your office if it's by Zoom?
because if you looked at the actual response I had, sir, the actual information that was communicated to mom was that I needed scheduling information for these counselors to be able to schedule as far as individuals in person, right? So
Well, but you said this counselor's on the east side of the state. Are they coming in physically?
No. There's one coming in. No, there's one at the office, and then we had counselors from the east side of the state. What I'm stating is when we had those from the east side, those are the only ones that were available through this particular one that I've been going through with my actual insurance.
Okay. So
The-
let
the
me get back.
order
Let me
doesn't
get
say
back.
anything- The
We've
previous
got
order doesn't say anything about anything as far as stipulations, as far as Zoom or anything.
That's because I don't expect people to do something like this and make it so messed up.
Thank
Are
you.
we Zoom now, Your Honor?
Yeah, we're Zoom now, and we're not at your office, and we're not going to be. We're at 3 different places. And if it's a counseling session by Zoom, there is no reason to put her in the room with you. The idea is that there'd be a counselor there as a neutral third party physically if you're going to be physically together. So if you're counseling with her and a counselor and you, and it's by Zoom, then it's not at your office, it's by Zoom.
There's 2 different sessions. They're not the same sessions, Your Honor. We have one by her. I have one scheduled for her by herself. That way, there's no parents that
Right.
now my daughter can be.
I got that.
With.
All right. And that one
Right.
is at the counselor's office.
Yes,
Because that counselor is here in Grand Rapids.
in Grand Rapids.
Where?
I sent you the information.
You did not.
Yes,
You
I
did not.
Your Honor, information.
All right,
Your Honor.
all right, give us the information now.
It's at ThriveWorks. ThriveWorks is the
Where?
actual licensing agency for the counseling. ThriveWorks. That was communicated through mom as far as for the family counseling sessions and for the other one.
I only got addresses to send her to your job. That's all I got. And
Your
that's
Honor.
where I showed up. I did my part. I showed up with my daughter at your job.
All right,
for
so
what she did.
all right.
I'm not here for the hearsay. My job is right now is to regain my connection with my child. I'm not here for hearsay.
That you're not doing.
All right. You're even confusing me. So let's
Thank
all right.
you.
ThriveWorks is a counseling and psychiatry place, correct?
Yes.
And
I've
that
been
has
going
a
for the past
physical
year.
building. That has a physical building.
Yes, it is.
All right, and that's where the daughter is going to counsel.
There was a scheduling conflict as far as for counselors there, because if you look
All
at the response, I text mom and I asked her as far as my daughter's work schedule so that it can work around her schedule as far as schooling and etc.
All right.
That is why.
Let's answer the question that's asked.
I just did.
710 can, no, you
Yeah.
didn't. You circled around it and confused the heck out of
Well, you asked
everybody.
me, I said yes.
Avenue is where her counseling will happen with her private counselor. Correct?
That with the private, yes, yes, yes.
All right, so works.
That works.
And it's a phone number. Now, Miss Welch, you have the ability to call them to help and assist and arrange those times to meet with that counselor.
Thank you.
Now let's go to the secondary counselor, the one from the East Coast. That's the second one, sir, Mr. Wise?
Yeah, that's the one that was court ordered. Yes.
All right, and that one is going to be done by Zoom, correct?
That is correct. Now that was communicated. Yes.
Okay, so there is no need to go to your place of business to do these counseling sessions.
Well, they're strictly confidential. If you looked at Mom's motion, you would see in Mom's motion an individual connected your Zoom ID as well. So now we have it where we don't have our minor child in a place where the comfortability as far as even from on my end mentally, as far as to know that we are in the same here.
Yeah, no. That's not going to happen without a third party there. Not at this point.
What I'm saying. So are you stating right now, Your Honor? Are you stating that I
yeah.
have to call ThriveWorks and tell ThriveWorks what you just let us know in court today?
You told me that you've arranged counseling at ThriveWorks.
No, I'm saying as far as in person. So now I can communicate that to them.
Are ThriveWorks wanting to do it by Zoom too?
Huh?
Is ThriveWorks wanting to do it by Zoom too?
ThriveWorks, as far as for the family counseling, was by Zoom based on the availability. That's why I asked for it in the beginning on November 6th.
All right.
But I didn't get information.
So wait. Whoa! You said ThriveWorks is her counselor.
No. ThriveWorks has a separate counselor for adolescents. We have ThriveWorks for family and ThriveWorks for adolescents. I have insurance.
But ThriveWorks, you also said that the counselor for family is on the east side of the state.
That's the Zoom.
I feel like I'm in an Abbott and Costello who's on first.
That's not right, Your Honor.
Yeah, it is right. All right, so ThriveWorks is doing counseling with you and the daughter?
Which is completely separate. We have family with me and my daughter.
Separate in what way?
Because as far as for no parents, for the one with my daughter only, no parents are a part of those.
I got that one. We got that one. I've told Miss Welch to contact them and make sure that they arrange to have your daughter meet with a counselor there.
Right.
All right, great. Got the daughter's counseling out. But now I'm finding out there's two different kind of counseling for family. One is from the east side of the state.
No.
Who's the east side of the state then?
We have family counselors from the east side of the state. We have Mrs. Khan is from the east side of the state. Initially, it was Mrs. Brown. Brown.
Are they associated with ThriveWorks?
Yes.
Okay, so they are ThriveWorks counselors, but they are located on the east side of the state.
Yes,
and those are the ones that are doing the counseling between you and your daughter together.
Yes.
But that counseling is done by Zoom.
Yes.
All right.
Based on availability.
In that case, your daughter can Zoom in from her bedroom and you can Zoom in from your living room.
But isn't that a conflict of HIPAA laws?
No, it is not. The same way that I just made sure
that nobody
the same way that I just made sure that Miss Welch is alone in that room is the way you make sure your daughter is alone in her bedroom.
Are you stating that I can have her turn around the camera and everything too?
Yes.
Okay,
the counselor should probably do that. Yeah. Because she needs to be alone in her room. But what I'm trying to avoid, sir, is what you don't understand is this child does not want to be in a room alone with you. Having a counselor there by Zoom is not going to be enough to make her feel safe right now.
Now, do you give me understand, Your Honor? Is that by having a 15-year-old have a preference over?
I'm trying to get a 15-year-old to get along with you well enough to even try to get you to a room together without.
That's not happening because at the end of the day.
But right now, it's not happening because this girl does not feel safe in your presence. Right or wrong, whether she's correct or not, whether it's all in her imagination or not, that's where we're at. And I'm trying to get her over that. And that's going to take a third party in the room with you two at some point. But for now, if it's by Zoom, there's no third party in that room.
I set it. I set it up with a third part with a third party to be connected to the Zoom in person.
No, the third party's got to be in the room with you. That way, if
That's what
something happens,
that's what I'm stating, Your Honor. There is an
no,
individual
physically in the room.
disclosure.
Physically in the room.
I just said that I signed a disclosure agreement with ThriveWorks with a external party located in Grand Rapids to meet with us in the room. Now I have documents of that. That was communicated. That was communicated.
So is there a third party physically in the room with you when you're doing count?
Quentin Henry is the other party that is in Grand Rapids.
So you're having two counselors, one on Zoom and one physically with you in the room?
No, Quentin Henry was meeting with us. In person due to the fact that ThriveWorks had unavailability for individuals as far as on this side of the state, as far as the family counseling.
And now they don't have that ability?
Well, as far as scheduling, because they have schedules that are when my daughter's at school. I don't want them to schedule meetings with her while she's in school.
Right.
That's why.
That's what should happen. If the counselor is only going to be there by Zoom, then the counseling should happen by Zoom. If there's going to be a physical counselor present, then you can have a physical meeting with you and your daughter and the counselor in the same room. So but if the counselor is only going to be there by Zoom, then that's not going to happen.
So if Quentin Henry, which is signed off to be as far as in person, whatever. So they both have already talked already. So if Quentin Henry is a part, now we have four parties in the room: one Zoom, one in person, and then we have my daughter.
If there is a physical counselor present or representative of ThriveWorks in the room with you and your daughter, then it can be done in person.
You said a physical? Is Zoom physical or no?
Zoom is not physical. If it's going to be there's got to be a third party in the room with you and your daughter from ThriveWorks, physically in the room. If it's going to be by Zoom, then she can come in from her bedroom and you can come in from your living room. The idea is that there needs to be a physical third party in there with you and your daughter.
Now, all this is going. I just want to understand because end of the day,
right now, what is not to understand about the fact that if counseling is going on between you and your daughter, there's a third party physically in the room. If there's not going to be a third party in the room, and that third party is only going to be by Zoom, then you and your daughter are not going to be in the same room. Your daughter, however, will go to counseling at ThriveWorks directly for her alone.
Yeah,
and then those counselors obviously will need to you will need to sign the releases so that the child's counselor can talk to the counselor that's counseling both the father and the daughter. So
and I've always been fine with that.
All right.
But my thing is, are we going to stipulate that inside of this today?
Stipulate to what?
Well, Your Honor, you get upset with me, and then you're getting like very angry with me. I'm asking this.
I'm not getting angry. I'm confused as hell.
What are you cussing at me for?
I said I'm confused as hell.
Why are you cussing at me?
All right, we're done. Counseling is ordered. I'll see you on January 8th. I'm not spending any more time. Have a good day. Take care. Have a great day.
At me, sir? 2 motions were filed, Your Honor.
Oh my God. All right, were you any less confused than I was?
It was spiraling.
I'm done. Let him object to me. Good luck.
I'm bringing in.
What does he not understand about this child does not want to be alone in a room with him? Oh, got to identify phone again?
Yeah.
I need aspirin. I mean, was I being clear enough? Did you understand what I was saying?
I thought you were clear.
Okay. Sometimes I'm confused. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.